Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Art Whisper 88. This is copy paper, legal size, so it's a little longer than normal. And I'm going to use my Sharpie pen to trace out some leaf shapes. So my theme today will be leaves. So I have tracing out these leaf shapes. Okay, I can start with that. Now I'm using copy paper for those folks who have no access to plastic folders. The only downside about using copy paper is it is one use. It's not reusable, but that's all right because this is like just for demonstration purposes. Okay. Now, with these large shapes, I will in turn cut indentations . just to give some variety and some interest, so they are not just simple shapes. By cutting indentations or notches, they become a little more interesting. Because if you examine nature carefully, the shapes of leaves are actually infinitely varied. Okay, that's something to get started with. So I purposely have a dark background so you can see the shapes very well. So I started off with these simple leaf shapes and then I cut notches in them. Okay, so now that I have my stencils or masks, whatever you like to call them, I will arrange them on the gel plate. Well, I will do a background first. I will show you in a few minutes. So I will be right back. Okay, this is my squirt bottle with acrylic Mars Black. I diluted it with some water. I'm just going to test it out. Okay. So instead of a Sharpie pen, I'm going to use my squirt bottle and make some marks. I'm going to make some random marks. To create some background texture for this piece. It's a little busy, but some of it's going to get covered up. Okay. So we'll let this dry, and then I'm going to apply a second coat of paint. So I will leave this on for about 5 minutes, and I will be right back. Okay, it's been about a few minutes. Now this is not completely dry, but that's all right. I'm going to use some Naples yellow, some spots of Naples yellow, and some lime green. This is another paint that's on its way out. So this will smear quite a bit, but that's okay. This is just a preliminary coat. It already looks like a forest because it's very complex. And in this piece, I'm limiting my color palette to green. I'm not using any other kind of color, just green. Green and leaf shapes. That's what this is about. Okay. Again, I will be using my Richardson watercolor paper. You can see my Sharpie pen underneath there. Okay, so I will leave this on for about 5 minutes so the paper has a chance to absorb everything. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's see how we made out here. I just hope it doesn't tear. I think the transfer is very good. Wow, this is pretty complex. Picked up almost, I would say 99%. Looks like a forest already. Very Jackson Pollock. So let me air dry this and then move on to the next step. In the meantime, I'd like to feature a couple of viewers who have very extraordinarily good pieces, and I'm happy to share them with you. So sit tight and enjoy the show. Okay, everybody, I hope you liked that little intermission. Now I have here the paper stencils, and I am going to do a split fountain. This is lime green. There's not much left. And I'm mixing it with some Maples yellow just to raise the value. Okay, so I'm just going to dab. And since this acrylic is straight from the bottle or from the tube, it's fairly heavy bodied. So there's very little water content, which is good because if there were more water content, the paper stencils would start curling up. Okay. This is cadmium blue green. So this color palette is very tropical. It's evocative of tropical plants and tropical colors. This is just to take my mind off the dreary winter climate right now. Now on the top, I'm going to do, this is phthalo green, which is one of my favorite colors. Now I'm glad that the paper is holding up. Because normally when I apply acrylic paint to a paper stencil, it starts falling apart. Okay, so now I'm going to start taking the stencils off. And since these are single use, I'm not too worried that they fall apart, because you really cannot reuse this. See what I mean? Okay. Get this out of the way. Just make sure my hands are clean. So here is the first pool, which is kind of busy. Okay. I'm going to let this sit for a while, like 5 minutes. It'll give me a chance to clear out the table. Okay, let's see how we made out. This is really exciting. That looks pretty leafy to me. Pretty cool. Okay, I will let this air dry and I will decide what to do next. Whether to leave this as is or add something else. I'm going to do another split fountain. This is Naples yellow. Do that on the top and on the bottom. And then in the middle I will do an iridescent white. I'm going to use every little last drop. Now, Naples yellow is very opaque. So I'm going to take advantage of that. So what this opaque Naples yellow does is it tempers the very busy and dark green. This is really a super heavy application of paint. Okay. Let me just clean this up. So here is the print with 2 layers. I will do a 3rd layer. Now, since this is a very heavy application of paint, I'm not going to let it sit too long. Okay, let's see how we made out. I like that. I think this is the right amount of contrast. It's very much like an oil painting. Check this out. It's a very, very heavy, heavy impasto effect. I like that. So I will air dry this and then recap. I'm hoping maybe this can be a bonus for ghost print. Sometimes the leftovers create amazing results. Okay, had a chance to wash out my stencils. Let's see how we made out here. I think I'm onto something. You know that saying, the ghost always wins. Okay, very cool. I got myself a bonus print. So pleased with this. So anyway, I will air dry both of these and then do a recap. Okay, everybody, here's the last leg of this journey. Now, I put these two prints side by side just to show you that one is the ghost of the other, because the shapes, if you look at them, are identical. So let me make a close-up of the first one. You can see the very heavy impasto effect. So it's more like an oil painting. So that is the first one. Now here is the second one. This is the ghost. It has more of a kind of like a misty impressionist type effect. But the shapes are still very distinct. So there you have it. One print and a bonus print. Here I'm just trying to center them so you can see the comparison of the two. So thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And thank you for the contributors of the artwork in answer to the open call. You are all very talented, and I appreciate you sharing your artwork for everyone to appreciate. So I hope to see you next time.